as we saw with Conor Benn, did he fail it? He didn't, if he failed it, then he wouldn't be able to fight. But they said he can fight. So I hate giving someone a kick whilst they've been charged with something.
Quite an intense face-off there with Joshua-Helenius. Take anything from that?
No, I like the fact that AJ wasn't too friendly. He told him, "Oh, we can do it here." It's nice. I like the energy. I don't like the friendly AJ. I like the killer AJ when he's that mind that seek and destroy. That's AJ. Obviously with technique, no one's going there swinging like an idiot, you know. But he's got the capabilities to put punches together. So I think he's got the perfect opportunity against Robert Helenius to show what he can do against another tall fighter, the same sort of stature as Deontay Wilder.
He's been in the situation before where a fighter in Big Baby Miller failed a drug test. Where is he mentally in this fight? Last time Ruiz was holding his belts and taking pictures with his belts. Joshua seems a bit different. It looks like he's learned from that.
He seems quite business-like. He's very business-minded. He looked like he was, tuned in and ready to do some damage. I like it. I like seeing him like that. I don't like it when fighters are too friendly and then it's like, no, I want you guys to let each other know that you're going to get knocked out the next day.
We've only seen Anthony Joshua get a handful of knockouts in the last 5 years. I believe only 2, especially not in the first 6 rounds. Do you feel like he's under pressure to put in a sort of first?
No, it's not something. Someone asked him a question. Does he expect a knockout in this fight? And he didn't want to answer it. He said no comment. So I don't think he wants to add pressure on top of it. So maybe you're right. Maybe he feels the pressure and doesn't want to add additional pressure by saying this is what I'm going to do. He just wants to win. Yeah, all fighters want to win. But I've always been in the mindset. If you've been, just tell the other guy what's going to happen. Talk it into existence.
Now representatives are in town. Eddie said to me that sort of if he goes in and blitzes him out in more, then he's able to demand more money. We know that Wilder knocked him out in the first round. I know we say that he doesn't like answering these sort of things, but as a fighter yourself, you feel that going into a fight like this, you need to get your old ways back and put him out in a couple rounds? Yeah,
I remember after I lost against Vladimir Klitschko, I really wanted to come back with a bang. And obviously the next fight after that was Derek Chisora, and Derek Chisora he just did 12 rounds of Vitaly Klitschko. He'd never been knocked down up until that point. So before the fight, I was okay, 5 rounds. He's getting knocked out in 5 rounds. And that's why I trained to knock him out in 5 rounds. So that was it. So I put additional pressure onto myself to do something that hadn't been done before, because I'm the type of fighter who I like to feel the pressure. I've always been like that. So some fighters aren't. Some people don't want any pressure. So I'd like Anthony to just tell him you're getting knocked out tomorrow and tell the press I'm knocking him out to heap a little bit of additional pressure. So when he's in there, he's like, yeah, I've got to go for it. If he sees an opening, I'm not going to wait till next round. I'm going to get stuck in now.
What do you think of the shape that he came in at? 250 pounds bang on.
He looked great. He looked great. He looked good. He looked very, very healthy. And I'm sure his team, very professional. He doesn't look like he's got it wrong in training by looking at him. He always looks good, though. I've never seen him not look 100%. So as far as looks go, yeah, 10 out of 10.
David, another black stain on British boxing, another big high-profile fight, another failed drug test. What do you make of this situation with Dillian Whyte?
Oh, it's not really failed until it's determined as failed. It's kind of undetermined until the evidence is presented. It's like saying someone's been charged with a crime. But I think until the judge says guilty, bang, we've seen the evidence, you're guilty, he's been charged with something. So as we saw with Conor Benn, did he fail it? He didn't, if he failed it, then he wouldn't be able to fight. But they said he can fight. So I hate giving someone a kick whilst they've been charged with something before they've been found guilty. You know what I mean? No one even knows what it was.
But can you understand the social media criticism that he's failed drug tests in the past?
Yeah, for sure. It doesn't look good. Everyone says it would have smoked this fire. I get it. But let's get the facts, the evidence in before everyone starts giving him a kicking. Because imagine if he hadn't taken anything, or what he took flagged it for whatever reason, I don't know, or the machine that they used was broke. I don't know. I'm not giving him excuses. I'm just saying this could come out as. And then everyone would feel bad for making him miss this opportunity. But if he has taken something, obviously the evidence will come to light, and hopefully sooner or later, I hope we don't wait 9 months again. to find out. Definitely something needs to be a little bit more unified in terms of this body, that body. There needs to be one, or at least have a list of things that you can and can't have in different time frames. And if you have it, then you're out. But I don't know what an adverse finding actually means, to be honest.
AJ Wilder.
What do you make of the whole Eddie Hearn and Simon Jordan thing? Have you seen much of it?
I've seen little bits. It's good. I like a bit of banter. I like a bit of banter between people. Yeah, it's fun.
Who has the upper hand, do you know?
They both had, I think Simon sort of got him early doors. He did well last time out, so we're looking for a rubber match. You want a rubber match?
AJ Wilder, what happens in January?
I'll tell you after tomorrow night. I don't know. Tomorrow night will be a good indicator to how he deals with a big, tall, long-range fighter.
David, Mike Tyson training Francis Ngannou for Tyson Fury. Has your mind changed? Do you give Francis any chance?
Not a big chance at all. But on Tyson's worst day and Ngannou's best day, if he lands one punch, you can have an argument that he could upset the apple cart, but the chances of that happening are very, very slim.
Usyk goes up against Oleksandr Usyk, a man who dethroned Anthony Joshua not once but twice. Has he got enough experience behind him, Daniel Dubois, to take out Oleksandr Usyk?
He hasn't shown anything so far in his fights to suggest he can. For the last southpaw he fought, he struggled heavily, dropped a couple of times or 3 times. I was able to find the victory, but this is a whole different proposition. Usyk, he's well established and has shown against a big, strong, powerful puncher like AJ that he can handle the heat. But Dubois is young, he's fresh. Anything's possible. So never write off the young man. But he's going to need to do something he hasn't done before. He's going to need to show us something against the southpaw that he hasn't shown. He's going to have to do something very, very, very special.
And just bringing it back to AJ for 1 second, he's weighed in 5 pounds lighter than against Franklin. People are a little bit disappointed about his performance with Franklin. It was his first fight under Derek James. Eddie has said that they've gelled much more, but do you think that we're going to see a whole different type of fighter from him, or do you expect the same sort of performance but just with a little bit more confidence?
I think we should see a better performance. The first fight they've had together, so they're just feeling their fate. He doesn't know how he deals with him in the corner, but now now they've had another camp. I think you should see a lot more of the AJ that we're going to hopefully see against Deontay Wilder tomorrow night. The first fight, it was just a new training camp, new style, doing new stuff. Now they've been working with each other for a significant time now. This is where I feel you should start seeing the big improvements, if there are any improvements.
And if there are big improvements, how do you think he copes with that? Does he stick with him and keep trying to grind it out together, or?
I don't know. I don't know what he'll do. It's up to him. It's not the coach can only do so much. The coach can only direct you in a way. It comes from the fighter. You can't just put a great coach and a crap fighter, and all of a sudden the crap fight becomes good. You need to have the raw materials there. You've got to have the physical attributes to start off with. He has them, and we just need someone to assist in AJ bringing them out of himself.
David, you've been in Vegas with Chris Eubank Jr. Just talk to me about how he is, first of all, and secondly, what changes are getting implemented in camp for this fight with Liam Smith?
I haven't got a clue. I don't know.
You're out.
I've heard he's in great shape. He was in good shape when I was out there. He knows what needs to be done. He knows, he needs to put the heat on Smith and keep it there. And to do that, you have to do that in preparation. But word around the campfire is everything that needs to be happening is happening. He's got a great team, so I expect the correct result to happen this time. Last time round, Liam really raised his game, and he, I believe, didn't believe Liam was as good as he was. Caught him unawares, and he's mortal. At some stage, you'll realise we can be knocked out. I found it out when I was 18. I didn't think I could be chinned until I got chinned. He didn't think he could chinned until he got chinned. Now he knows that changes something inside you. It makes you a realist, and that I think was missing prior to the first fight. Now he has it. I believe you're going to see the real Chris.
Before him announcing Bomac as his head trainer, who's Terence Crawford's trainer, there was some communication that I saw that you were part of the training team as well. Is that true or false?
I'm not a coach. I'm not a coach. No. I was in the gym as his friend, bouncing around, but yeah, I'm not a boxing coach. You know, I think I could be a good one day, but to be a good coach, you need to have as much dedication as the fighter. All the best coaches live it and breathe it, you know, and you have to be there 24/7 if you want to be the best coach you can be. And you know, I can, at the moment, I've got too much other stuff going on.
Someone that you know really well, Joe Joyce, is in the rematch against Zhilei Zhang. What changes does he need to make, and do you believe he can make them changes to beat Zhilei Zhang?
The change he needs to make is defence and moving his head. That's it, really.
Can you make them changes this late in his career, though?
Yes, and I've seen him moving his head loads. He can do it if he decides to do it, but I'm not sure why. But I think off the strength of his very, very impressive victory against Joseph Parker, where he just walks through the punches, I think maybe some people saw that and thought, okay, you just walk through punches. That's a way to do it. And that's like the last line of defence, is just letting your chin soak it up. So I think hopefully now off that stoppage loss, he'd been focusing a lot more. He doesn't have to worry about punching. He punches for 12 rounds. He's got good variety. He's rock solid. Punches hard. But yeah, he knows. I talked to him a few weeks back, and you know, moving that head, being a bit smarter, thinking about what you're doing, and not just walking straight into left crosses from a southpaw.
Very good. David, thank you for your time.
No problem.
David, cheers. Thank you very much, David.